Hello friends, in this particular video of C language I will be exploring you through what called an array. We know an array is also a memory storage that will be used by the user when you have to store multiple data of the same type. Now when you are defining an array you need to mention the size of the array. Yeah, this size is a fixed size. That means at a runtime you cannot increase this size, and for that reason in upcoming video I will be talking about pointer. It's one of the very crucial chapter in context of C language, and you need to have a very sound knowledge about not just how to use pointer, rather why should we use pointer. Well, in this particular program I don't have any pointer, but let me go through this program. So here I have mentioned a fixed size of 100, but I will not take 100 imports. That's just possible. At the time when I will execute the program, at that point of time I will ask the user to mention the size. So you can say this is like the maximum limit, or you can say like has defined constant. In this way also you can define. So has defined constant max is suppose 100. I wrote this, and here I am writing max. So the benefit what I will be getting, not like max, I mean, it can be size also, any title whatever you like. So that means the benefit is that if you want to change the size of the array, you don't have to go to the code throughout the code, but rather you change the size over here, automatically the size will be updated. So that's the reason we can go for has defined constant. Okay, that is very important feature which we can use, rather mention the size hard code in this particular statement. Apart from that, I have got some local variables over here, and as we know that the variable will belong to different storage class, and these are all of type auto. So even if I don't write auto, but they are of type auto, so let me put them over here as well, auto, and this is also auto. Well, my videos which I will put forward in context C language, I want to make it very clear that this is not going to be very fundamental level, rather I'm targeting for the interview purpose. When you sit for the interview, what kind of questions you come across, in context to that I am providing these videos. Okay, so a little bit of the track video you can say so, but definitely they are going to be pretty interesting. So over here I have declared a variable n, and over here I have declared a variable I whose value I have initialized to 0, and a choice is given. And as you can see, the array declaration, let me keep it in this line, that will be good, look good. Over here I have declared a couple of variables whose initialization I did with 0. So now I am going to print this particular statement, and whatever input user will give for n, that will be the size of the array. Now look over here, I am running a for loop. The way the for loop is written, this is not often in the traditional way we write, but I wrote it in this fashion to make you understand that how each part of the for loop is going to work. Well, the counter of the for loop I wrote it outside. That's the reason I put a semicolon over here, telling the compiler that I have declared the counter outside, not within this particular scope. It's not a problem. And second important thing, that once you put it outside, you get the clue that this particular statement will be used or will be executed only one time. So it is not going to execute multiple times. That will already got cleared, right? Because it is not inside this. So whatever confusion you had, maybe you thought that this particular portion, when you used to write it over here, you thought that maybe this portion you are running every time, but the answer is actually no, it's not like that. It's been executed only one time. That's the reason I wrote it outside. This condition we have to evaluate n number of times, otherwise how the loop will run. So suppose, okay, let me execute the program and then we will go through it, right? That will be good enough. So yeah, it is asking me to enter the size, so cursor is waiting right over here. So let me mention the size as suppose 5, and as I hit the enter, the control will go to the for loop, and this particular line will get executed. So let me show you that. Yes, so the value of I which we have given over here 0 is less than 5, condition true. So that's the reason the control entered to the for loop, and here this particular statement got printed. I don't want to show over here like enter the value of array 0. I don't want. It's like usually we don't write 0 as a starting number in our day-to-day life. Okay, like roll number 0. Did you ever come across? Of course not. Okay, the first position is the same position we write. We don't write position 0. isn't it? So that's the reason I intentionally added with 1, but actually the value of I is not been initialized, it's still 0. So whatever input I will give, that will get stored into the array index 0, ARR 0. So suppose I give over here the value as 5, so 5 will store in the ARR 0. And then what I'm doing is that I am just checking with the modulus operation that if ARR 0 mod 2, that means whatever value is there in the ARR 0 position, which is 5 mod 2, is it 0 or not? Yeah, the remainder is not 0, right? So it will come to the else part. And here we are going for summation. So odd sum plus equals to ARR third bracket open I means it's a shorthand notation. So it is equivalent to writing something like this, that odd sum equals to odd sum plus this. So that's another way of writing. It's called a shorthand notation. So this is written like this way. Okay, so whichever you feel comfortable, you can go for it, no issue. So let me stop the server and let me start it once again, because I just edited my code. So let's run the code again. Yeah, so I mentioned the size over here 5, and the input which I am going to give is suppose 7. So 7 will, the remainder will be there. Yes, the modulo operation will not be true. So odd sum, what is the value of odd sum? Odd sum is 0, so 0 plus 7 will be 7, that I will keep it over here, right? So that means all the value which is even number, I'm going to do the summation of that, and those which are even numbers, they are sum, those which are odd numbers, they are sum. I will be doing it, and I will keep it separately. So for that reason, these two variables, even sum and odd sum, are being used, and they have got initially the value 0 over here, right? So far so good. And then I'm incrementing the counter. Initially the counter was 0, so from 0 it will be now 1. 0 plus 1 is 1, and the control will go up once again to check whether 1 is less than 5 or not. Yes, 1 is less than 5, condition true. And again I'm giving another odd number, and then again 1 plus 1 will come 2, 2 will come over here, 2 is less than 5, condition is true. So this is going to be my I'm going to give this time an even number, suppose 2. Okay, so this was 0, this is 1, this is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, this is for the third position, and here also I'm going to give one odd number, suppose another odd number, suppose 3, and this is the last time because I have given input as 5, right? So this time I'm going for an even number called 6, and as I hit the enter, none, it will opt me this particular option. It will ask me choose a option, choose a choice, means what would be your choice. So choose an option, either you can go with 1 or you can go with 2. Well, what if I don't go with any of this? Well, in that case the else condition will come, your choice will be invalid. So let's select either 1 or 2. What do you prefer? Well, let's go for option number 2. The 2 will be the odd sum. The odd sum means what? 7 plus 3, that is 10, and 10 plus 3, that is 13. So I'm expecting that when I will be, so if choice is 2, yes, choice is 2, then the sum, odd sum would be 13. Let's hit the enter and see whether it's 13 or not. Yes, exactly, it is 13. Correct. That's what this particular program was all about. Let me run the program once again to show you how it is executing. Over here I have defined the size of the array as 100, but I have the option to choose a size. So previously I choose a size as 5. This time I'm going for 7, so I can choose the size, but the size whatever I will give, that should be within the limit 100 only, not beyond that. So that means over here I have to run the loop 7 times, and as you saw that the I equal to 0 is been done outside, that means this particular statement will be running only one time. Rest of the portion, that is condition and incrementation, will done repeatedly. So let me give a mixed number now. Suppose an even number called 4, an odd number called 5, an even number called suppose 12, an odd number suppose called 7, an even number suppose called 2, and the last odd number like one more number is there, suppose 11, and the last even number I can give the even number as suppose whatever we should go for 4. Okay, and now it is asking me to enter the odd and even sum. So I will go for 2. So 2 means what? 2 means 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 11. 12 plus 11 is 23. 12 plus 11 is 23. So I'm expecting 23, and the answer is 23. That's the correct answer, right? So you saw how exactly you can mention the size at the runtime, provided you have mentioned one big size for the array, and then you will be taking the input dynamically, and then you can perform, while you're taking the input of the array, you can perform some operation in the background also, and finally you can come up with some choices, and based on that choices the output will be shown over here. But you saw this particular program got executed only one time, right? What if I don't want to rerun the program and I want to start the process once again from the very beginning? That means again it will ask me to enter the size of the array. Again I will be inserting a fresh new set of array values, and then again I will be having the option to select which one, either plus or minus. That means I can rerun the program again. So how do you rerun the program? How do you bring the changes again? For that reason, there are some nominal changes you have to do it. And the best part would be, if you apply the nominal changes, then this particular program, which is running only one time, can run infinite time. Isn't it? Yes. So if I do that change, it can run infinite time. Okay. So that will be the content of my next video. Well, I will just modify this piece of code and I will show you how to make this particular program infinite time execution. That means it will be on my control how many times I wish to run this program repeatedly, not stopping and starting once again. Okay, that will be the next video subject matter. Okay, so stay tuned, watch the video and stay healthy, be fine. Bye bye.